Good afternoon, everybody. I noticed over on my studio that the YouTube studio, I've got 5 people watching or waiting. Oh, but welcome to Rick's Tech Pub on a Friday, October 3rd, at 2 o'clock. Hope everybody's having a good day. This is going to be the normal half-hour show, or even shorter if I don't have anything to talk about or if nobody brings up any subjects, because hello, Jeff. Hello, Darren. Hello, Ken. Hello, Intermute. Yeah, at least you guys are here. I don't know where everybody's gone off. I was watching some YouTube stuff on YouTube. It doesn't make any sense. I was on YouTube watching people talk about the crisis that YouTube is going through. How that's not going to work. How everybody is just losing views, and it sounds like a lot of people in America are just starting to lose their faith in YouTube. And I saw 2 more people that I haven't seen that closed up shop on their YouTube channel. Either because of money reasons or their viewers have gone down. You would think YouTube would be aware of this, and they would try to fix the problem so it wouldn't be it'd be more encouraging to be on YouTube every day. Now, how I'm starting to think is, well, I get on YouTube today, do a live stream. How low are my views going to be? Is it going to go as low as 1 or 2 people? And it is going lower every time I do a live stream. It's 6 people one day, 4 the next, and we got 5 today, so we're doing better. But oh. Yeah. So, maybe Head Stash will stop in here today. So, Head Stash, if you're listening to the live stream, don't just listen to it, be a part of it. If you're at a place where you can, but I don't know where you're at. And there's Stan. I don't know where he was here the other day. Stan was, but you call that questionable. So was it Ken? Was it you? Well, Ken, was it you that said you had things to do today? I don't know. Somebody said they weren't going to be seeing my live stream today. They had things to do. I don't know who that was, but I'm just picking off names. I'm not sure who it was, but in their pop machine down on the 2nd floor is one with the 20 ounces. Fan in it died. So now all the 20 ounces are warm. Mark and his girlfriend were barking about that when I went down there. No, the pop machine ain't working, it's warm. So that's because the fan quit. It was making funny noises the other day. And his girlfriend's, she said, I heard that the other night I came down here. It was making a tinging noise and rattling, and it sounded like the fan would seize up, and then it would get its grinding would get itself going again, but it was only doing a 1, 2, trying to do a third, and then it would stop. Then it would stop for a while, then it would go again a little bit, and then it would stop. So I think the fan totally locked up today because it ain't doing anything. You put your hand on the glass, It's very warm. Put your hand on the other machine on the glass and it's cold. But I told the people the number's right there. Call them if you want it fixed. I don't really give a damn because I get my drinks from somewhere else. And I don't drink Mountain Dew or Pepsi anymore, so it don't matter to me. And I told Mark, if you guys want it fixed, call that number. He's like, yeah. His girlfriend turned around and said, quit smarting off. But both of them walked out of there without calling the number, so I suppose when the guy gets here next week to fill the machines, I suppose someone will be down there to tell him the fan in the one machine quit. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, I think that's what you were talking about, yeah. I don't know, I confused that for today. I don't know where my head was last night. I was thinking you weren't going to be here today. But I'm glad you are. At this point, I'm glad anybody shows up. It's kind of a blessing I even get 2 people here during a live stream. The fact that I'm getting 5 or 6 today is downright amazing. And I used to get more than that. I used to get 7 or 8 people. Not that many, but it's slowly dropping off. It's like Head Stash isn't here as much, and maybe he's working. I don't know. Maybe he's got a job to do or something, but QB or I don't know how you say his name. Quilby? Whoever he is. He's not here either, so but hopefully they come back. Like I say, maybe they're just busy today. Oh, don't worry about it, Jeff. I know everybody's got a life. And not trying not to complain, but yet I kind of am. No, I know you local guys. The people are here all the time. I know you guys got a life to live. I'm talking about everybody else. They're all here 5 or 6 months ago, and then today, nobody. I'm wondering if the damage Sean Gallagher did is actually sticking. Because I know he said he was going to tell everybody about what a horrible person I am, and he was going to spread it throughout YouTube. I'm wondering if that's having some kind of a lasting effect. Because soon after he did that, everything just kind of dropped. But I don't know. Again, I'm just guessing. But I know he told me he was going to do that. He's going to tell everybody in America I'm a bad person to quit watching me and call the police and do this and do that. And I think a lot of people took him seriously, so I'm going to have to recover from that. How I'm going to recover for it, I don't know. I just know I've got some catch-up work to do. Because if that's the case... And yes, I did contact an attorney about it, but he didn't want to get involved. You see, he actually told me he said that sounds like something you did. Sounds like that's your fault, so I'm not going to help you with that. Like, what do you mean it's my fault? Well, you said this and you said this. The only thing Sean is doing is reacting to it. Like, I didn't say anything. It's not what it sounds like to me, so there's the door, Mr. Lakes. Walk through it. Like, whatever. Then he stood up and said, walk out. I said, all right, fine, I'm leaving. That was about a month or 2 ago. I just didn't tell you guys about it. That cost me a pretty penny. Cost me more money to get the answer of no. Then he said, well, it sounds like it's your fault. I'm like, what? How could this be my fault? I'm trying to... Whatever. That consultation, for that 10-minute consultation, that took... I don't know, $800, $900. Once I paid it, because that's what he wanted. And I said, we're only going to have this. I'm trying to get some advice as to what to do, which is how to get around it. He said, you're not going to get around it. And I told him, it sounds like you know this guy. I don't know the guy from Adam. It's just from what you're telling me, from what he said to what you're saying, it sounds like it's more of your fault that this happened. Like, I didn't say. Then the secretary, I kind of told, I was walking out and I was kind of a little pissed off, and I said he was of little help, and she looked up and he said, a lot of people say that about him. And by the way, she said, I'm his fourth secretary in 2 years. Oh, okay, I think I get the picture. He's not a guy that helps anybody. In fact, he gets people to get up and leave, so I don't know. If his shenanigans do continue, I will find an extra $5,000 somewhere, and I'll drag his ass up here, do the 3-court thing, you know. 3-court. You go to court 3 times, and your third time going to court is when you get sentenced, and that's what I'll go for. But I haven't heard from him in a long time, so it's not personally bothering me. But again, the first time I get a letter from him or his so-called attorney, I'll just head down to the attorney's office. I got a different attorney my mom found, and she's already talked to him, and I guess that lawyer said the attorney I talked to kind of complained about the first guy I talked to. And he said, yeah, for the online help, and that's what my mom looked for. Looked for somebody for online harassment. She found someone. And I have his number. It's for Minnesota. He owns Minnesota residents. Got his number in my wallet somewhere, but I've got so many cards in there that I have to clean it out and get rid of what I don't need. So if he wants to mess with the best, he's gonna die like the rest. But anyhow, I was gonna think of something with Microsoft today. Not really thinking of anything. Hey, Charlie. I knew you were going to show up eventually. Damn it. How's your day going, Charlie? Trying to get over to you. Why do you keep reminding me of that? Oh. You know, YouTube, at least for as far as what I'm seeing, YouTube is just flooded with all this BS that the government shut down, and it's just everything I look at is nothing about that. Hope they get over it pretty soon, because I'd like the YouTube to get back to the normal stuff that I was seeing 3 or 4 days ago before this BS started. But that probably won't be it for a while. I still have something here on YouTube, and I'm trying to find it. Casey Ferris has got a new video. The color match shots in DaVinci Resolve for beginners. Well, you need to get below the level of beginners for me. Need to get down to the elementary level. Especially with color stuff, and it's not too easy. Anyone that uses Brave, they've got a whole bunch of new things. Not a whole bunch, but it just says what's new in Chrome browser. And that is from Brentech. So if anybody wants to catch up on that, you can go to his channel. BRENTECH. Another Not so much about computers, but Windows, Microsoft, and that kind of stuff. Windows updates and changes that Windows are doing in browsers. And by the way, I hope everybody's got their browsers and everything updated. I'm doing mine tomorrow. Even though it's just a preview, we don't need it. We really don't need it because it'll get taken eventually. Yeah, I did, Charlie. I've been hearing the rumors. I just know another individual on YouTube that's not going to believe it. Well, Charlie, after this, I'll probably go over to Carrie's and watch his show for a little bit. I say hi to everybody, and then after I get done with the highs, saying hi to everybody, I listen to Carrie for about 5-10 minutes, listen to him ramble on, and then I go on, I move on. Unless he's got something really, 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 really interesting that I want to listen to, I'm not sticking around nowadays. I mean, I don't mean to insult the guy, but I don't know how to describe it. I want to be there, but yet I don't. If that makes any sense. I mean, I'm there pretty much for chat and Marlena. I mean, I'll say hi to Carrie once in a while and donate a few pennies once in a while, but I don't know. He kind of irritated me, and he says, "You're not a real tech. That's not what a real tech would do." Affo, buddy. How dare you say that? I've been doing that for what, 20, almost 20. 25 years and so many months. I think 25 years and 3.5 months or something like that. I mean, I'm not as steady and not as busy as he is. Because up here, we're not that busy. He lives in Arizona, and he's got hundreds and thousands of more people to deal with, so. And people up here just don't have the money to get their computers fixed. So, they don't. I hear that from a lot of people. They'd like to get their computer fixed, they just can't afford it. And they know what my prices are, and they said, I can't afford it. So I'm going to put the computer in the closet, and it'll just sit there until I get the money for it. Which is sad here, because some of those computers are really nice computers. A lot of them are computers they built. And then just that one day it failed, and you don't got the money to get it fixed. I hear that a lot. There's this one lady out in Baxter. She needs her printers. Need to do something with her printers and a couple other things I need to do, but she said she can't afford my prices, so I'm not that expensive. I'm actually cheaper than everybody else. And I told her that. I said, you say you can't afford me, but I'm cheaper than Bob, cheaper than Randy, cheaper than Joe, cheaper than Mike. And yet you can't afford me? She said, yeah, well, for right now I can't. What kind of life crisis are you going through that you can't afford me? Well, I said, never mind, I don't want to hear it. And I walked out the door. It's kind of sad when I throw them a really cheap price. And it's not that they don't want me to do it. They literally do not have any money in their bank account. And the one guy showed me, he said, if you don't want to believe me, he went onto the other computer he had and went to his bank account and pointed to it. And he said, that's how much I have in my account, which was $107. Like, yeah, that's not, work. I said, yeah, that's why I can't do anything right now. He still hasn't called me. Yeah, if you guys want to meet poverty, come up here to my town. It is not a good story. Ew. Keep looking outside, thinking I want to be outside. And it's 2:20 already. God, why did time go? Hello, Brian. Glad to see you today. Yeah, his shows have been slow. Yeah, they have, and he didn't have anything. Terry didn't have any show unless I missed it. He didn't have a show Thursday, and I don't think he had one Wednesday. Because I kind of purposely went looking for him. He wasn't there. But today he showed up. So yeah, he's kind of... I think he, along with all the other YouTubers, I think, and that's why he's just doing a Ask the Live... it's not going to be about him fixing anything or repairing anything. He's just going to be a Q&A today, I guess. Because he's run out of ideas in his head of what he wants to talk about. That's kind of the problem I've come up with. That's why I'm talking about anything today. I don't really have anything official to talk about today. But come Monday, I'll fix that. Something between now and Monday will show up. Usually 3 or 4 things that kind of pique my interest. And if I'm interested in it, I'm sure you guys will like it. So, you know, the latest Android has got a whole bunch of new features, but I don't know anybody that's got the latest Android phone. I called Verizon in Baxter. No, I don't have it in here, but I've got an Android 8. And the guy said we do the same thing as they do in Northeast. If you have an Android 8, the most we'll give you is maybe an Android 10. Maybe. Okay. All right. So, I don't know. I guess that's how they do it on how do you say it? Prepaid phones. Because back when I started getting it, I didn't have a way of paying for a lot, like for 4 or 5 years ago. I wasn't going to do paying a contract phone and having a bill that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'd rather, isn't there a way to get a bill that's like $40? I think, yeah, you can do that if you get the prepaid, but we're not going to upgrade you to the latest version. Every phone you get, we're just going to up you one from the little phone that if you, from the version you're on. So if you're on version 8, we're going to upgrade you to version 9. Or maybe 10. I said, yeah, but I'd like to have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Well, that's hard to say. Wi-Fi 5. They said you're not going to get it. That's okay. I don't want Wi-Fi 5. I've heard some nasty stories about 5. It's not good. So if I can keep 4 gigahertz, whatever they call it, the 5G, I don't want the 5G. I'll ask them for a 4G phone. It might be even cheaper than getting it for $200 some dollars they're going to charge me. And I said, yeah, what are the prices for those phones nowadays? He looked and he said, you're looking at about $220 some dollars. Thinking, oh my God. And I said, for a prepaid? He said, yeah, they've gone up in price. Yeah, no shit, they've gone up in price. Last